what's going on, everybody? What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome to another Lions Den with Seth, y'all. Hopefully everything is going good with y'all, your family, and everybody's great. You understand? Thanksgiving is right around the corner. Hopefully y'all getting your palates ready. I know some people right now starting their dressings on today. You get what I'm saying? So shout out to y'all if y'all getting it in. Look, if this your first time checking this out, make sure you go to StreamYard.com/Facebook. All right, just so you can be a part of the conversation. You know what I'm talking about? Big Herm, how you feeling, bro?
Man, I'm good, brother. You know what I'm saying? Weather is getting colder outside, so it's hoodie weather now.
It's hoodie weather, yeah. It is. It is. Absolutely. Hey, what's going on? And look, everybody, make sure you sharing this, y'all. This is gonna be some great information, y'all. We're going to be talking. We're getting real. But before we go into the topic, we got my other man's up in here. Larry, what's up, man? How you feeling, bro?
Feeling good, man. How y'all feeling on this wonderful Sunday evening where we got an extra hour in the day?
Yo, it's better getting that hour, giving back than taking away. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. I just like looking and rolling over and said, I got a whole another hour, something about.
I did the same thing.
Yeah. So no, it's good, man. So what's going on with you, bro?
Man, I've been relaxing, man. Helped my brother, our brothers moved yesterday into his new house. Congrats to Will on that.
Yes.
And today I kind of just spent the just cleaning up, doing Sunday duties. You know how they go, man. Just relaxing, watching football.
Yeah, I can dig that. Well, look, ladies and gentlemen, we want to open up that before we go into the show, y'all. There's been some sad news, but here, Larry, I'll let you speak on that, bro.
Yeah. For those that don't know, we had some brothers on the show about a year ago from now, and we talked about some financials. We was talking about money talk, basically. And unfortunately, there was some tragic news that happened with the Burns family yesterday, and we just want to send our heart out, our condolences to the family and all those affected by that tragic news yesterday. Our hearts go out to them, man, and it's just a sad situation all the way around.
Absolutely. So we give our deepest condolences to the family, like he said. But ladies and gentlemen, if you do want to hear what the gentleman had to say, it was a lot of good information, right? There's a lot of good information talking about the investing and different things as far as their organization, Prime America. But you can check it on now. But again, our hearts and our prayers go out to the family and the children, everyone, and even the company as a whole. Y'all, we really do give our condolences and hearts go out to y'all. So y'all, check it out. We're talking about this parents, man. What's wrong with parents, bro? What's the so Herm? Now tee it up, Herm. How do we get to this point, man?
So back in the day, you know what I'm saying? I remember Will Smith came out with a song, "Parents Just Don't Understand." All right.
Yep.
So I'm wondering if that still applies today. As parents don't understand. Or is parents just not engaged? Because I think with every generation, parenting struggles change. Now ours, we're the technology, we're technology based, right? You know what I'm saying? So what a lot of parents do, hey, I'm gonna just stick this iPad in front of my kid the whole time and not really talk to him,
right?
You know what I'm saying? And whatever comes on YouTube is what's gonna raise the kid. You know what I'm saying? And so that comes twofold. One, your kid's going to be very smart with a whole bunch of information that you never even thought they would even know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like my kids was versed on what's going on in the election and talking to me about Trump. I'm like, what the hell's going on? You know what I mean? Talking to me about being a misogynist and all this other kind of stuff they wanted to talk to me about. What are my thoughts on abortion? All kind of stuff that they were talking to me about because they had access to technology. But then there's that dark side of technology that you don't want them to get access to.
You're right. And I mean, the crazy part is we can't keep them from everything. So what we can do is at least see what they're doing and to do our homework. Because if we ever get to the point that we know so much and it's just shut up because I said so, right? They're going to get that information from somewhere or somebody, you dig? So it's better for you to give them that as much as possible. Hey, so Larry, man, what do you think part of the problem is with parents?
No, I agree on what Herm said, especially about sticking the iPods and the phones in front of your kids' face and letting YouTube raise them. You know, one of the things I noticed, and my kids watch YouTube and they play games and all that stuff too in their spare times. You know, I'm real strict when it comes to school though. School comes first, homework, all that stuff. And then depending on what activities we got going on, I let them have their leisure time, right? But one of the things we have a good relationship with our kids is a lot of the stuff they see on YouTube or whatever it is they see, they come and actually ask questions about it, which I feel engaged about it because then that's how we can have our bonding moment. So they'll be like, hey, I saw this on YouTube, yada, yada, yada. Like, take for instance, my son, he wants a Rolex, a PS5, and some Gucci for Christmas.
Okay.
Right?
Wait, how old is your son again?
9 years old, and that was his Christmas list. When I said, "What you want for Christmas?" he named all that stuff because he heard it on YouTube. Wow. So I had to break him down on like, yo, wait a minute now. You can get a Bolex or a Folex for Christmas.
No. Y'all just moved into a new house. You got it. He said, "I got it, man."
Man, hell no. I don't understand the value of money, dollars, and all that. So that's how we have that conversation. Open doors. How I see it, it opens doors to engagement. So, Herm, you're right. You hit it on the nose with that Will Smith, man. Parents just don't understand, and that's probably some truth to it to this day. But also, I think kids starting to smell themselves when they get to a certain age too, man. So we'll dive into that though.
Yes. And ladies and gentlemen, shout out to y'all that's tuning in. Y'all, we're talking about what's wrong with parents. Now, this isn't to throw any shade or any arrows to what it is that you're doing, but hopefully you can pick up on something, say, you know what, I probably stepped in that, or maybe I'm doing so much, maybe I'm being so extra now because I remember how I was raised before. Are you preventing your children from actually experiencing life? You get what I'm saying? Just because you don't want them to suffer and your mama made you suffer, you know, that was probably some type of character building that happened, you know, with that. Now, what you think about that, Herm?
Man, just like the kids get too much information, parents are getting too much information.
What you mean?
You know what I'm saying? Like every time you flip on Facebook or something, somebody's telling you how you should raise your kids and what you should be doing. When you had the perfect example what worked and what didn't work with your parents. You know what I'm saying? Your parents showed you what worked with you and what didn't work with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, but now, like, you get to reading, like we shared something earlier. They compared giving kids a whooping to slavery. You know what I mean? Like, it ain't no secret. I'm not a big proponent of whoopings. Don't mean that I don't believe they should exist. I believe they are a tool in the toolbox. I just don't think it should be the first tool. You know what I mean? That's how I look at it. Okay, what's going on, sister-in-law? But I feel like, you know what I'm saying, what happens is it's just like with almost anything, like exercising. You get reading all this stuff and you try all these different things with your kids and you stop being consistent. Now your kid's confused and you look stupid. You look foolish.
See, and so now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm glad you said that. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to show a little clip. And the reason why we put that warning before this is because we don't know if you're watching the den with your families, friends, or maybe young adults or, you know, kids. But so we give you this opportunity right now. Take them away. You dig what I'm saying? Because there's there's going to be a level of some out of lineness. You dig that they may not be that you may not want them to see. However, it's a lesson in all of this, and I want to see if y'all can, you know, pick it up. You dig? So give us 1 second.
Jen, cover my nephew's ears up for this one.
You say
volume down.
Y'all remember earmuffs? Earmuffs. All right, give me 1 second, y'all. And look, and then after that, so we're gonna have a little dialogue about this as far as what takeaways. You dig what I'm saying? Can we get from this? What is it that we can learn, and what are the issues and how it can be, you know, how could have been dealt better? Check it out.
Yes, it wasn't. It wasn't. It was chips and every fucking thing. Off the fucking. I just got it off the floor, nigga. Put them in the garbage can. I put them in the garbage. Yeah, because I got the shit up. That's why. Because I got the shit up. While you sitting there on the phone, like you doing that on the fucking phone, on the damn phone. This is all she does all day, and then her son just run around and fuck up. All she do is sit up on her fucking phone. You on the phone? Focus on your goddamn child, not that phone. No, you don't. If you did, my house would be fucked up. If you did, I I just got the shit up. So then I just cut all the shit up. I just cut all the shit up off the floor. Sit the fuck up on my fucking couch. Sit up or get the fuck out of my front because I'm tired of y'all motherfuckers. Get the fuck up out my fucking front. I just climbed it up when I came in the door. I just climbed it up on him. All the shit he had on the floor. All the
So now, now what you think, brothers? Now what all what all did you see, Herm?
I seen two people that don't know how to communicate with each other, and that's her daughter. You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, you know what I'm saying, the daughter's a grown woman. You say she's 20 years old, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She's a little bit too old to be sitting up in that house, you know, being talked to like that without trying to get her own place. You know what I'm saying? Now, I see wrong on both sides because after a while, like we don't know like the dynamics that we just see a clip of what's going on here.
That's right.
There's when you're a kid or a 20-year-old, a mini adult, right? There's only so many MFs and Bs and all that stuff you're gonna allow your parents to call you before you start trying to retaliate and defend yourself.
I understand.
You know what I'm saying? Respect gotta go up both ways. You know what I'm saying? The mother clearly didn't respect her daughter. You know what I mean? And then in turn, the daughter didn't respect the mother at all. There's no respect between them two.
Okay.
And then the younger kids and her, even the 20-year-old little baby, is watching all of that growing up in that toxic environment.
Absolutely. Larry, what you see?
You muted.
You're muted, bro.
I muted myself. Yep. So what I was baffled by was who was recording. I don't know if that was the mother or somebody else. That was the mama. Yeah. So I don't really understand what going live would have done. But at the end of the day, you know, I am a big proponent of my house, my rules, right? I understand how all that goes, but like Herm was saying, you know, respect goes both ways. So I don't know about the MFers and all that. Maybe she was just fed up. But like you said, we don't know the backstory, what led up to that particular event.
Okay.
But what I would say is, you know, they just got to have a better understanding of how to communicate and talk to each other. Because obviously with the kids around, you saw the little boy was like, you know, shut up, be quiet, whatever he was saying. But you can tell he was kind of, he can sense the tension with the two. I think there could have been a better way to handle, hey, here's my frustrations with your daughter. Here's some things that we need to clean up on if you're going to stay in this house without having a phone in your face and just kind of, I don't know if she's trying to embarrass her or what was it?
So what's the angle? All right. So, man, listen, I don't know how many times I was looking at this, trying to digest it without, you know, just, it was sickening. You see? So just to give everybody a little bit of a background, and it's a 15-minute long clip. Okay. Now, the individual that's recording it is the mother. She's talking to her child. Her child is 20 years old about the lack of cleanliness that she is doing in the house without paying rent or anything. And her child is there, 2-year-old. Okay. Now, the other two individuals that's on the couch is the mother's child. You see what I'm saying? So she has other kids. Now, what we didn't show is the fact that towards the end of the clip, they actually go to blows. Okay, they actually fight. So it's so many different things that I see as far as parenting goes, and it's 3 generations right there. The mother that's recording it, she feels as though this is what I should do to get my daughter's attention by putting her on blast, but that's out of line. Second of all, the daughter that is talking the way that she is because she's hurt and upset. I don't know if you guys could see, she was actually crying. You see what I'm saying? She's crying, but this is the norm. Being able to communicate at that level with your mother, that means that may be some level of normal, you know what I'm saying? Normal there. And then, like to your point, that little baby there, he's mimicking what he see. So they're yelling. I'm yelling too. I don't know why I'm yelling, but I'm yelling, hey, look at me. I'm with y'all. You dig what I'm saying? So it's 3 levels of mess going on. Where is the adult in this situation?
And I want to know what the viewers think about this too. I mean, the recording it and going live and putting all your, like Patrick said, you putting all your family business on blast. It's more embarrassing for the mother. Really. You know what I'm saying? I remember the first video I ever seen like that was a dark-skinned lady with blonde ass hair. You know what I'm saying? And she was recording walking behind her daughter, just yelling at her, cussing at her, all the way to school, just showing her, and went viral. And then after that, you saw a whole bunch of parents start doing this crap, beating their kids' ass online. You know what I'm saying? All kind of stuff. For me, I think it's what they call clout chasing. You know what I'm saying? I think they
clearly,
and trying to go viral. You know what I mean? At the expense of their kids. I couldn't imagine. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody did that to me, get 1 million views, and I got to go to school the next day.
Bruh.
I already got to deal with, you know what I'm saying, the social issues in my school.
That's right.
And now you don't put this kind of pressure on me. You know what I'm saying? I probably deserve some kind of punishment, but now you don't put 1 million views of pressure on me to go back to this school and face this world after you embarrass me. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you expect your kid to react to that?
Bruh, so it's just like those kids that don't do well in school. And you remember it was a little time frame when the parents was giving their kids the George Jefferson bowl instead of getting their haircut. You know what I'm talking about? Do you think that's going to encourage your child to say, you know what, you right? Let me go ahead and get my they're more focused on, you know what I'm saying? Their mind isn't connecting like that at that age. So the person that is taking care of them, loving them, is the same one that's embarrassing the hell out of them. You see what I'm saying? So what type of, you know, what do you think you're going to get from that? Larry, what you take from that?
Yeah, to Herm's point, there are some people that may be out clout chasing and trying to go viral. I also think there's some ignorance on some people that they don't understand the ramifications of going live or shooting a video from their camera phones and posting it live. They don't really understand how much of an impact it can have on their child if it does indeed go viral and everybody's seeing it. Because the question I have is, you know, when you do go viral or clout chasing, are people laughing at you or are they laughing with you? Like, how are they looking at this? And yeah, you may go viral, but what are you getting out of it? But also, I just think it's a lack of ignorance. I just don't think people understand the ramifications of doing those type of things. But I do understand you're trying to match your child's energy and you're trying to prove a point, maybe to the detriment of their livelihood, especially if it goes viral and it gets back to the school. And, you know, the worst case that can happen from that is what if your child harm themselves from that?
And that's
things you don't
right.
think about.
Right. Now, and so with that point, let's transition to this. Herm, what do you think about parents trying to be their kids' best friends in order to relate with them?
Man, look, I think that's a very dangerous thing, and I'm gonna say I could be wrong. You know what I mean? I could be
just
wrong.
an opinion. Yeah,
I normally ain't wrong. You know what I mean? But
no, you are.
I'm normally not wrong.
Majority of the time, you was one of the wrongest people.
From my perspective, here's how I see it go. And again, people in the comments, man, y'all feel free to chime in and correct me if y'all think I'm wrong. But I see this normally with mother-son relationships. You know what I'm saying? Mother-son relationships, because a lot of times the mother can't stand having her feelings hurt by her son. You know what I mean? And so they'll give them the world. You know what I mean? They don't normally do that with their daughters too much. These same mothers give their daughter hell, but give their son every damn thing. You know what I mean? I think that is very detrimental because now the son they have no boundaries. You know what I mean? They don't know what a parent relationship is supposed to be like. You know what I'm saying? I have a couple friends going through that now, and it's very bad. You know what I'm saying? Where you let the son just do whatever the hell they want. And so when they finally get some kind of structure, you know what I'm saying, it's rough on them. And you're preparing these boys to be men on the outside.
Yeah. See, now what you think about that, Larry? About about individuals want to be extra buddy. Like I know some individuals that they couldn't wait to go out to the club with their kids. Couldn't wait to, you get what I'm saying? Look, that's my bestie. You get what I'm saying? But
we with them.
Yeah, and I mean they straight turn up with them, but where is the line set? Like, yo, you know what I'm saying? I'm your father or I'm your mother. You see what I'm saying? What do you think about that?
Yeah, for me personally and my parenting skills, I draw that line all the way up until they graduate high school. All right. Once you graduate high school, you kind of moving out on your own, doing your own thing, you know, then we can transition into, you know, I'm not so much, hey, I'm your dad, you're going to do what I say. It's more so now I'm advising, I'm guiding you.
Absolutely.
Hopefully you reach back to me if you need some advice on things, but I'm not here to kind of like guide you continuously after you. My job as a parent is to ensure that I instill values in you, a work ethic in you to get you to graduation of high school. After that, whatever happens after that is kind of on you. You know, you're accountable for your own self, but I won't leave you hanging dry. You know, but I ain't with all that, you know, going out to the clubs with you. I might, at a certain point when you're legal, we might have sit down and have a drink, smoke a cigar or something, you know, at a family gathering or something, you know, and just play catch up on life. But yeah, I ain't hanging out with you in the club and we hanging out with your boys and, you know, nah, bro, we ain't doing all that.
Hey, look, Jason, look, we rolling around skirt chasing together. What?
That's out of line right there, man.
Totally out of line.
You know, like when I think about it, man, if your kid's of age and you of age, and y'all go to a bar club together, I really don't see nothing too wrong with that. You know what I mean? Like, but again, I'm not we ain't gonna be picking up chicks together or nothing like that, or nothing like that. You know, do no illegal activities together. You know what I mean? Right. You know, but yeah, going to a club, I don't see nothing too wrong with that. But it's like leading up to that when they teenagers. You know what I'm saying? I knew people said, man, I asked my kid where the weed at. Are you serious? You know what I mean? Like, if you gonna smoke, but come on now. You know what I mean? Going actually, because you know the kids, they know where the good stuff at. I was like, okay.
That is crazy. So, Larry, what else do you think the issue is with parents today?
So one of the things that I want to touch on is not so much the buddy piece of it, but the overcompensating for like how you grew up and the lack of things that you had growing up as a child. Now that you're in a position to where you can give your child everything that they need, like, you know, there has to be a limitations and some boundaries with overindulging in what you're giving your kids. You know, and I use an example of, you know, hey, maybe you didn't get all the games, the latest sneakers and clothes that you got as a kid, but you still got enough to survive and, you know, and get through life. But you want to give your kids the top of the line, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying anybody that does that, that's your business. But, you know, when you do that, and you got to understand what you're setting, when you're doing that from you know, infant all the way up to 18 or whatever it is, and then all of a sudden you find yourself where they ain't want to go to school because they ain't got the latest Jordans. They ain't got the newest pair of Jordans that have been recycled 10 times already, or they ain't got their hair done, or, you know, whatever the case may be, to the point where it gets to a point where they only want to go outside. If they ain't top of the line, you know, head to toe suited and booted, they ain't going nowhere. It's like you set that tone, now you got to live in it. So you got to be careful with doing that type of stuff.
Damn, what you think, Herm?
I think, man, because I know a lot of people that do that, you know what I mean, that want to buy the latest and greatest and all that. And again, I mean, they say, you know, those who can do whatever, you know what I mean, whatever flashy saying they want to say to make that stuff look cool. And then they point out, if my kids' grades are good, you know what I'm saying, what's the harm? I get all that. Again, like Larry said, to each his own, do what you do, you know what I mean? But when that expectation is set and you can't fulfill it, or when they get out of school and they can't fulfill it and they start to crumble, you can't really blame nobody but yourself, you know what I mean? But one thing I do want to slide in, though, Seth, you know what I mean? Talk about the problem with parents. The difference between us as parents, our generation as parents, and a little bit younger, and our parents' generation is, when we talk about school, is before it seemed like my mom's generation, teachers and parents were on the same page and they were on the same team. Today, we looking to go at the teachers and blame them for something. Now, I'm going to give you an example. My daughter's a cheerleader, right, for middle school. The coaches called a meeting to talk about the cheerleaders' behaviors after the game, because there's not a lot of parents there and the kids are acting up. So the cheerleading coach who do this for free, middle school, they're asking, hey, you know, if you could talk to your kids, let them know if they got the cheerleading uniform on and they're sitting around a bunch of boys acting crazy, if they can at least cover up the uniform or change their clothes or just leave that environment, because it's giving the cheerleading team a bad name. And in my mind, I'm thinking, oh, that's too easy. We talk to our kids. Man, these parents, so you want them to just not talk to their friends? We pay too much money for them uniforms for them to cover it up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro, I'm going to tell you what I did. I said, so this is y'all answer? Y'all going to come at these cheerleading coaches that do this for free? I know damn well that this ain't what we doing. And I had to walk away because I'm the only dude out there,
See,
and I'm getting mad. You know what I mean? I'm like, I couldn't believe that we was going at these. They were going at these coaches that's volunteering their time to cheerlead instead of talking to their kid and be like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Watch your behavior when you out there because you represent something bigger than yourself.
that's right.
That's a perfect lesson. But that's the difference between today's age and yesterday's age is we want to protect our child's feelings, be on our child team all the time side, which I get sometimes we got to, but sometimes you gotta back the support system like the schools and the coaches around that's also got their hands in your child.
Yes, absolutely right. Exactly. The village mentality is dying. And you know what? You're absolutely right, man. That's crazy to have individuals, you know, kind of go at the coaches or whoever it is that's doing this and say, well, no, that's out of line. But you know what? That's part of the reason why we're having this discussion. You see what I'm saying? What is the issue with the parents? But the deal is, it's not necessarily parents of today. It's the parents of yesterday. So going back to what Larry was saying, are we overcompensating? You get what I'm saying? Are we doing things just because, you know, we're parents now, you can't tell me what to do, and this is my child. But where is the mentoring? You see what I'm saying? We have to be able to let individuals do their job, but then we have to do ours. So, for example, like we was talking about earlier, parents will go at the teachers. You see what I'm saying? My child got an F. What you do, boo, 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 boo. Wait a minute. You see what I'm saying? Like real talk. The teachers are supposed to explain, try their best to connect with the kids and give them some type of matrix to, you know, show that they're learning. But when they leave school and they come home, what did you do? You see what I'm saying? You have to support that. But it's unfortunate that we have that as part of our society, and our parents don't get the part that they play in the overall development of our kids. So what else you think, Larry? What else do you think is a major issue, man, with these parent and kids relationship?
Oh shit! The other piece I'll hit on is it just hit me and then it left. It's another piece that I wanted to talk about too. It's not the discipline. It's not the overcompensating. I had to go on my notes, man. You might have to come back to me real quick because it just hit me and then it left me just that fast.
You see what he did?
Time for commercial break.
I think, yeah, it's almost time for a break. Yo,
I got it, bro. I swear it was on my brain and then it left. Just
see, listen, that's how y'all know this is live. But ladies and gentlemen, hey, y'all, check it out. We're going to take a pause for the calls, and we're going to give Larry time to get his.
Oh, I got it, bro.
No. Hold it.
Yeah.
Okay, you ain't gonna do this.
No, let's rub it up so when they come back, they'll be ready for it.
Okay.
How about that?
Go ahead. What is it?
It's about letting your kids fail and not being able, not trying to prevent it all the time, but allowing a certain degree of letting your child fail.
Okay.
From their mistakes. So
all right. So enabling. Right on. All right, y'all. So that's what we're going to get into. And then, so that's going to help us to understand what we may be doing or may not be doing that may actually hopefully prevent you from having a 35-year-old person in your basement right now because they don't know how to live. Anyway, we'll be right back, y'all.
Monique Slater is a top negotiating, award-winning real estate agent in San Antonio, Texas. Her focus is on educating and empowering individuals on building general wealth through homeownership while providing exponential service with integrity and excellence. Although her heart is for serving first-time homeowners and the military community, her clientele ranges from $100,000 to $2.5 million. Monique has developed an awesome team that can get anyone into a home and has sold homes in less than 6 hours. After servicing the Air Force for over 28 years, retired Chief Slater has a massive network, so she can connect you with an awesome agent anywhere in the U.S. And if you're in San Antonio or relocating there, give Monique a call first to help you find your dream home. Give Monique a call at 210-237-7268.
One thing we can cherish during these times is family dinners. Think about it. The nice, succulent southern fried chicken, baked beans cooked to perfection, creamy macaroni and cheese, cornbread. You get the point. Come check out Kevlar's Grill, where all the meals are cooked with perfection, professionalism, and love. Located outside the Scott Air Force Base back gate inside the VFW is where you can find them. Also, they have military discount for all of our serving members. Give them a call. Their number is 618-416-5700, and that's inside Scott VFW, post 4183. And they also have Grubhub. Call them now and tell them that the Lion's Den sent you.
Last time on the Lion's Den with Seth.
What about the men that, the males out there? And the reason why I say males is because just because you can make a child, right? Just because you're of age does not mean you're of age. You see, and there's some old individuals making young men mistakes. Saying, how do you move in life and try to move better, do better and also grow and mature? Hey,
I think the issue is lack of exposure to positive influences that project what a man should be. Because a man does not have one defined definition, you know what I'm saying? So it can work differently for everybody, but you kind of become what you're supposed to on a regular basis.
I was raised around guys, males, whatever you want to call it, that was bad influences, but at the time I didn't know. I don't know. This is what men do, right? And then I've been around, some of my uncles that was just showing me what a man's supposed to do and how they take care of their households and just take care of the forefront.
But we're a product of what we was raised in, what's been put in front of our face. You know what I'm saying? So we idolize those folks like, man, look at him, man. He got all the girls.
Right.
And our women in turn see the same crap.
Don't get left behind. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, or all major podcast platforms.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Lion's Den, y'all. So we're talking about what's wrong with parents, and Larry had started up this conversation, man, and I see a question up in there. It's a great question. So go ahead, man, reiterate what you was talking about, man.
Talk about, allowing your child to fail without you trying to be the savior and the problem solver all the time. Because you may have the guy's experience, but sometimes, like I said, these little rascals think they know everything. So sometimes you got to sit back and let them fall on their face. And I'm not saying it to the point where it's something that's detrimental to their future endeavors and all that, but I'm talking about, all right, you don't want to listen? Okay. You'll be back because you'll need me before I need you type thing, or you'll need my advice and you'll come back, in the sense that, damn, dad, damn, mom, you was right. I should have listened.
Right.
Instead of listening to your boys or your girls.
Right. All right, Herman, what you think, bro?
Well, first and foremost, the parents got to know what failure truly is. You know what I'm saying? They got to know that failure really is nothing but an opportunity for growth. You know what I'm saying? So if the parent don't get that, they're going to be scared to watch their child fail. You know what I'm saying? Because they're scared to fail them their own self. You know what I mean? So I agree. You know what I mean? Something you got to let trial and error happen and encourage, you know what I'm saying, them to face failure and own up to it and then see why it happened. You know what I'm saying? But if the parent don't know how to do it, if the parent can't face their own failure, how they going to teach their child about failure?
There you go. Hey, so look, ladies and gentlemen, check this out. All right, so we got, all right, I think it started back with yours. Yep, last place. So look, check this out, y'all. And what do y'all think about this question? Okay, at what age are you too old to come home? Does it matter? Now, me personally, all right, my goal is to set it up so that my children do not see this as an option. You understand? Now, again, life happens. You know what I'm saying? You never know. However, if they do have to come back, I'm going to make sure it's the most uncomfortable situation. I mean, they're going to see me walk around bucket naked. You dig what I'm saying? Whatever I need to do I can't stand you. Shut up. You dig what I'm saying? You came back here. It ain't the other way around. So you watching all this glory. So, but getting out, that's just an example. But the goal is there shouldn't be a number. But if life happened, it does not matter the age. But if we're doing what we have to do before they get to of age, they shouldn't come back. That's my thought process. Larry, what you think, man? How old?
Hey, I totally agree, and I ain't putting an age on it either. But I like what you said about once they move out, you're trying to set it up to where they don't have to come back unless life happens, and life does happen. So we all understand and get that. But what I would like to do is, if you do come back, I'm like an interrogator. You can ask most of my friends. You come to me, man, and you ask me for $20, $30. I'm not the one that's just gonna give it to you, depending on who you are, without questioning why you need it. And it's not so much the question, to give you a hard time. It's more so like I'm looking to see if we can get somewhere where I can say, okay, here's some mentorship, here's some guidance on why you ain't gonna use me as your scapegoat every time you have rough ends or a rough patch, because you're not managing your money properly. So that's what I'm looking for. And I do this with my little nephews all the time, and they know it. So they know when they come to me, it ain't just gonna be, hey, God, Daddy, can you send me $20? It's like, okay, but you're gonna get some questions that come with it. And that's the same thing with my kids. It's like, if you have to come back to the house, okay, we're not setting up a revolving door, first off.
Right.
Okay. But if you have to come back because life happens, I got it. But if you come back, you still gonna get grilled. I'm still gonna grill you and see what's going on. Where did you fall short at? And if we can talk about how we can, what lessons learned, things of that nature, then cool. But it ain't gonna be every time you doing some stuff out here, you spending your money on the wrong stuff. Oh, now you can't pay rent. Now you got to come back home. No, we ain't doing that.
Right. Now, check it out. Herm, all three of us are fathers to daughters. You dig what I'm saying? Now, yeah, see, it's a sticky situation. Like, I love my baby, but look, hey, now what you think, bro?
So I'm glad you said that, because I was going to bring up, I only have girls. Yeah. Y'all have an experience. Y'all have sons. See, in my mind, you know what I'm saying, I would treat them different. You know what I mean? Like, and you always hear that's not the right thing to do. But I mean, I honestly would see me, like my daughters would always be able to come back. They're my girls, you know what I mean? I would want to be able to set them up, you know what I'm saying, my best to make sure they're good, just like you guys said. But if they needed to come back, you know what I mean, they'll be able to come back. If I had a son, I don't know if I would look at it the same way. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, it's just like in the wild. You know what I'm saying? When the male lion, after you get a certain age, you gotta get the hell on. You know what I mean? I don't know if I would, and not having a son, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I actually have a son, my mind would change. This vantage point right now, I'll be like, okay, I set you up for you to go. Of course, my son come back, but like Larry said, you gonna get these questions, all kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? You would catch a little bit more hardship coming back than my daughters would. What do y'all think about that, being that y'all do have sons and daughters?
Now, so I'm glad you said that. Now, that's the deal. So let's say, for example, your son come back, boom, yo, it's a father type of lion type of thing. You dig what I'm saying? But now the deal is this. When it comes down to your daughter, you still have a wife. You have a significant. So the thing is, who comes first? So you still have to make sure that balance is still there. Like, look, all right, I know you back here, but this is my woman. You my child. You need your own. You dig? So, but the fact that you in right now, look, we gonna, we gonna play with this for a minute, but you need to have a plan, a few plans before me and after me, because I got to deal with this. You see what I'm saying? Meaning my significant other, my wife, or whatever the case is. So father and son, yeah, we go head to head. And the mother probably say, look, he can stay as long as he wants. Shut up. No, he can't. You dig? But now when the tables turn, the wife and the daughter, that's your responsibility to make sure that battle doesn't happen. What you think, Larry?
Hey, I agree, Herman. I like that you brought that up, because yeah, we do have sons. So a lot of the time when I'm speaking from a male to a male perspective. But I have one daughter, my only daughter, and she's a daddy's girl. I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. And if she had to come back, I will. You shouldn't say it, but it is what it is, right? And the only reason why I say it's a little bit different for her is because, one, she's a woman. She'll be a woman at that point. And I don't want no male taking advantage of my daughter, right? I don't want her to feel like if she in a situation where she got to do some crazy stuff to survive in this world. Versus my sons, I'm like, yo, you got to man up a little bit. But they're all welcome to come back. Don't get me wrong. But it's just a certain degree with the men or the young men, I should say, in relation to the son than it is my daughter. But at the end of the day, like Seth said, he brought up a good point. Like the mother probably looking at it like, no, that little mother moved out. She gonna stay out.
Yeah, I can't speak for her. You know what I mean?
We just got a different perspective when it comes to males and females. And that's, I mean, come on now. That's just human nature, right?
Yeah, it is. It is. But you know, the other part of that is, you know, we have to make sure that, all right, so we're parents.
Mm-hmm.
We're parents, we're in relationships, we're trying to make what we don't know into a better situation. You see what I'm saying? What is the problem with some parents that I believe is they don't want to continue to learn. You see what I'm saying? They don't want to learn and realize, hey, oh, well, this some shit I just didn't know. Okay, now I know it. Now I can move different versus, look, I'm the parent and what I say go and that's it. Even if it makes absolutely no sense. Yeah. You dig what I'm saying? We're doing that. And then we want to know why our kids are turning on us. You dig what I'm saying? What you think, Harold?
Man, some of the hardest things that, like my daughters, they're thinkers. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They want to know why.
And you know
every damn thing. Crazy. They want to know why for every damn thing.
Yeah,
it's got to make sense to them, man. They stuck on this crap about what's fair and stuff. And I got to keep telling them, man, life ain't fair.
Mm-hmm.
What makes you think things are supposed to be fair? Because it's not.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And it gets so bad that sometimes I get enraged with them because it's too much back and forth for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, these are the bravest little girls on earth that just keep talking back to me like this. You know what I mean? Like no fear. I'm like, yo, you know how to destroy you in here. You know what I mean? Like, what's wrong with you?
But I mean, but if you think about it though, these kids are not how we were at that age. You dig what I'm saying? Because of technology, because of society, all this type of information, they are maturing at a faster rate because information is coming faster and we can't slow that down. So in essence, we need to be in the way to kind of intercept certain things and be able to give that to them, because if it don't make sense, we don't want them to get that information from somebody else and it's skewed and it's twisted. You know what I'm talking about? So check it out. This is Lily says, what are your thoughts of kids wanting to stay with aunts, grandmas, and cousins, etc.? Is it acceptable when they are teens?
Stay for good or stay tonight?
Yeah, she's talking about like the weekends.
No, I think staying. I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong. You mean, hey, I don't want to stay with you no more because your rules are too strict. You're going to my grandma's house.
What you talking about?
Hell no. But listen, we almost had that incident, you know, with our oldest, right? And
see,
got to a certain point where we was like, hey, you don't go down with your grandma because you ain't following these rules. But then we thought about it. It's like, no, that's like the escape mode because they might not be as how can I put this? They don't know you like we know you on a regular basis is what I'm saying. They see you holidays every third quarter or something crazy like that. So they see the good side of you. We see you every day. We know you don't blow your nose, you don't brush your teeth every day type stuff, right?
Right.
So that's it. It just depends on the situation of what's going on in the house. But if it ain't nothing like it's detrimental to your health, your mental, your physical well-being, your ass stand right here because we're gonna raise you the way we think you need to be raised.
Right. What you think, Herm?
Same exact thing that Larry said. You know what I mean? It's like, where do you think you just get to pick where you live at,
bro?
You know what I mean? Like yeah, I'm out. Hey, you know what? I'm blowing this popsicle stand. Like, you serious?
But you think about this though, man. Look, we're different. All right, we're all different. But in this case, we're all the same. Us three, we're the same when it comes down to a level of tolerance, and because we know how to say, hey, look, first of all, I need to chill out, but you need to sit your ass down because you ain't going nowhere. And as a matter of fact, I'm gonna call him and say, hey, don't come over here. You understand? Now you can drop some off, you know what I mean? If you want to drop off some food or whatever, you get what I'm saying? But don't come over here to the point where I'm about to come and say, like, I'm coming to get my grandbaby. No, you ain't. No, you're not. I'm coming to get my little nephew because no, he don't. Shut up. You see what I'm saying? But to Lily's point, it happens a lot because some individuals aren't at the mental capacity where they can take it, and then they will, as you will see, be frustrated. You see what I'm saying? They want to fight their kids as though they are grown adults, even though their kids are making adult decisions, but they're not making the best decisions. Now the parents get frustrated. Now they want to lay hands on them. At that point, that child needs to go.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I don't knock that, you know what I mean? Yeah. Because not everybody's built the same. It doesn't make you a bad person because, you know what I'm saying, you're at your wits' end. You done did everything you can. You're exhausted, you know what I mean? And there's nothing that you're doing that is resonating with the child, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And the only thing you see is either you going to jail, you know what I'm saying, or your kid be dead.
See,
you know what I mean? Because it's like this all the time, and there's nothing you can do. If there's nothing you can do to fix this, you know what I'm saying? Maybe there does need to be a change. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
maybe it does. Because you could threaten, you could do all this stuff, and it's not working. What's next?
Yeah. You're right. Larry, what's your point? What you think?
That's why I said it depends on the situation. Because if it's something like that where your physically or your mental well-being is being challenged or harm or whatever, you know, because you're unfit, you're alcoholic, you're drug addict, or you just stress the fuck out, you can't handle it. That's different. You know, if you got an auntie, cousin, whatever, that's rational and level-headed, and they're like, hey, yo, cuz mom, whatever, let me get him for a minute, you know, give y'all that space. You know, then that's rational. But if you like, no, I'm coming to get my grandkid because blah, 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 blah. No, that ain't happening. We ain't doing that.
All right. Scared of their kids too. You know what I mean?
What?
Some people scared of their kids and they might have good reason. You know what I mean? They might have good reason. Like some people like, how could you be scared of your own kid? Well, my kid bench 400 pounds.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you talking about? You know what I mean? Like he bench 400 pounds, you're on a football team. You know what I mean? And then what do? You know what I mean? You just a small woman and this big ass kid is talking down on you, you know what I'm saying, cursing you out.
Yeah.
What does that mother do? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
you know,
so
one
check
size don't fit all.
No, it doesn't. Now our last point, yo, I want y'all to really think about this and I'll give y'all take on this. All right. Now don't know if you guys are familiar with Miss Sabrina Dungan. All right, and she was a Illinois mother. She's facing criminal charges in connection with the death of her 5 children who were killed in the August apartment fire, right, while they were home alone. All right, now this young lady was 34 years old. East St. Louis was charged this past Wednesday, on 5 counts of endangering the life or health of children after her kids, right, all ages under 10 years old. Keep that in mind. All right, now check it out. The mother, she went to go and pick up her boyfriend from work at 3 a.m. that morning, and for whatever reason, they wanted you to understand that this was also on her 34th birthday, and returned to find her house in flames. All right. Now she suffered burns from her heart, from her arms and feet, trying to save her children, but was unable to reach them. Now watch this. Her father, Greg Dunnigan, not the kid's father, her father, Greg Dunnigan, and his wife, who lived in the same apartment building, were supposed to look after the children while she was out, but quote unquote, it just so happened we fell asleep, he told the newspaper, and he and his wife jumped from the 2nd floor to escape. So now the young lady is being charged. Okay. She's being charged right now. You see what I'm saying? Now, mind you, this happened back in August. All right. But this past Wednesday, she's been charged. Bond set at $5,000. Say what?
Where was she at again?
Picking up her boyfriend from work.
Yeah.
In a 1-bedroom, leaving her kids, 5 kids in a 1-bedroom apartment.
She's probably done that thousands of times. You know what I mean? Nothing ever happened. To me, I think that just an unfortunate accident. You know what I mean? It's something that she's going to have to live with for the rest of her life. You know what I mean? And it's not nothing for anybody to look and judge.
Correct.
Why you did that? You know what I mean? Because again, circumstances. You know, she thought my parents was right down the way. They're going to be watching. I'm just going to pick whoever up, man, I'll be right back home. I've done this 1,000 times. You know what I mean? And it's unfortunate, you know, she's going to get charged or whatever. And it's unfortunate that everybody's going to throw an opinion at her Yeah, exactly. Everybody's going to throw an opinion at her when all they read is a headline. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What you think, Larry? So you think that you think she should go to jail for that after dealing with the death of all 5 of her children?
Yeah, nah, I think she suffered enough in that, man. That mentally is going to be on her for the rest of her life. I didn't catch the last part where you said she went and got her. I didn't understand the birth because my internet froze.
Okay, so basically, she was trying to save the kids, but she suffered burns on her arms and her feet trying to save them, but it was too late.
Gotcha. I'm talking about the birthday piece. Why was that added in there?
Now that's the thing. Okay. That's the thing. So I believe that was added for multiple reasons. We don't know, but we're the reader. You see what I'm saying? Why is it that was significant? Okay. Is it look, I've been taking care of these kids forever. I want to spend some time on my birthday to turn up. You get what I'm saying? Is it that, well, look, they should be asleep by now. It's my birthday. I need to go and do A, B, C, and D. Or is it to the point where even on her birthday, this is how her birthday will be commemorated?
Yeah. So to add my 2 cents in there, it froze and I didn't hear that part. But if it's 3 a.m., right? Most kids under the age of 10 is probably not out at that time. I don't know how the fire started, what kicked off the fire, but if it was to run and go get the boyfriend from work and bring them back because they only got one car, I mean, if you don't live that situation, you don't understand it. You just don't get it, but I get it. You know, you quick run, go get them real quick, come back. You expect the kids to be asleep. She, like Herm said, and you said, she probably done that 1,000 times. And this one time, something tragic like this happens. And even hell, when it did happen, she went and tried to get them. You know, it wasn't like she was out somewhere and they had to go hunt her down. Like, yo, your house burned down, your kids gone. You at club, what? You know, she came back. So I don't know if jail, what is jail gonna do? I get it's the law and it's child endangerment, whatever, however you read into that, but we all know that can get, you know, I think rehabilitation, some therapy probably would be better.
And I agree. I agree to a degree, right? Because at the end of the day, and Herm, tell me what you think about this. Where does the accountability start and end?
Sure. Now there, I mean,
just think about that. Like, don't get me wrong. Anybody losing kids, that's enough. Don't get me wrong. I get that. But where is the accountability piece?
So no, the accountability piece is going to be, again, how she has to live with this for the rest of her life, right? You know what I mean? Because we're not perfect people. You know what I'm saying? We come with flaws. You know, so I'm a big component. I harp on accountability all the time. I just don't think that for this situation, you know what I'm saying, her going to jail is going to benefit anything. You know what I mean? Like, this mother's life is forever changed for the worst way possible that she did. You know what I'm saying? That like Larry says, picking up the boyfriend, coming back. If you haven't lived that life, you don't know what that's like. It's hard for you to, you know what I'm saying, really envision what was going through her head when that was happening. You know what I mean? I get the accountability part and all that, you know what I mean? But it's like, since I ran a stop sign and everybody's dead, did I deserve that? You know what I mean? Be held accountable for running a stop sign, you know, that's kind of how I look at it.
No, I get it. And I'm glad that y'all was able to give that perspective. And so ultimately, this is what we're talking about. What's wrong with parents? What's wrong with parenting? And is there one way that to, you know what I'm saying? Is there one catch-all to raise our children? Absolutely not, because they're different. You see what I'm saying? But at the same time, you still have to be active somehow, some way. Active. And what you can't do is expect the best result in your child's life when you wasn't even involved. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, we have that type of joints. You know what I'm saying? We have that situation. So, Larry, what you think, man? Your final point.
So my final point is on this topic is there's no book on parenting. All right, you either it's based off your experience, your surroundings, and your experimentation too. And just knowing your child, because these new kids, I mean, you see some of the videos at 1 and 2 years old, they're doing things that you like, dang, where are they getting it from? How they're learning so fast? You can't keep up, man. It's hard. But also, I would challenge parents to know their emotional intelligence piece too, not only of themselves but of others, which i.e. their kids in this situation. Watch your emotions and your anger. And we didn't even talk about whoopings, but don't whoop your kid. I would suggest you not whoop your kids off raw emotions. Take a step back, take a deep breath, maybe send them to their rooms, or you go to a separate room and then come back and have that conversation, maybe 5-10 minutes, whatever the time it is for you to cool off. But be careful reacting off your raw emotions. I have experience and I've done that, and it came back, not in a bad way, but just I really hurt my kids' feelings. And I was like, well, shit, I didn't really mean it. I was just saying some stuff because I was so angry. And it wasn't even anger towards them. It was mainly from work or somewhere else. And I just kind of took it out on them. So be careful with your emotions. That's my biggest takeaway from this whole discussion.
Damn, what you got, Herm?
Stop trying to be the perfect parent. You know what I mean? Because you can't do that. And when you're doing that, you're overthinking the process. You're going to miss things. You know what I'm saying? Don't look at every single article that's written on Facebook University, you know what I'm saying, and take it for, you know what I'm saying, for gospel. There's a lot of good things that your parents showed you and your parents did. That's why you're the way you are. There's some bad things your parents did. Learn from that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying don't learn new things, but don't read into all the hype, you know what I'm saying, about what's in reenactment of slavery and all that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like Larry said, know your kid. You know what I'm saying? Have that emotional intelligence. Know that just because it worked for your son don't mean it's going to work for your daughter.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So adjust and fire accordingly. You know what I mean? And my last point, and this is very important, tighten the hell up, because we beating the Rams today. No, your point is done, Larry. This is my point. Tighten the hell up.
Okay.
Don't go back to Larry.
So look, y'all. So anyway, hey y'all, look, check it out. Before we go though, I do want to give y'all some. Just I ain't even gonna touch it on that. All right, we're just gonna give you a few things to look at as far as utilizing that emotional intelligence, right? And I appreciate the fellas by putting this in there. But here's some signs, right, that you can put on in the front of your mind when you're watching your kid and you're observing them. Watch for mood swings. Okay, watch for withdrawals and withdrawing, as far as if they're normally a social butterfly and then they start to, you know what I mean, just watch them and see if they are hiding things. All right, this is a change in behavior. If their grades are dropping, all right, also watch and see if they have different or sudden change of friends in their circle. They're the individuals that they normally talk to, now they're talking to a different group. Watch that. Also watch their weight. All right, the fluctuation of their weight, gaining too much or losing. Maybe they may be in a position where they're peer pressured or they're depressed. Personality changes. So it's the difference between the mood swings, but the personality changes. It's like they're not who you think they are anymore because of whatever. But just watch out for that. And last but not least, watch the way that they're dressing. If they want to do things, if they want to dress a certain way, be a little bit more exposing, or if they want to cover up more, wear different layers of clothes because they feel away, watch that. All right. Watch your babies. These are, you know what I'm talking about. They're yours. They didn't ask to be here, but they're here now. So our responsibility is to give them everything they need to be better than you. You dig what I'm saying? So when you leave, you're giving them a whole bunch of good stuff, some money and some land, but not stress, drama, and trauma. You dig what I'm saying? And another bill. You see what I'm saying? But ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Lion's Den. This is is this the end of our series, Herm? What you think?
For now.
Stay tuned.
All right.
Hey, for right now.
Yeah, for right now. Hey, but ladies and gentlemen, next week for Veterans Day, we will not be on. All right. We will not be on for Veterans Day. We're going to take that time. We're going to take a knee. We advise that you do too. Really take some time to reflect on those that have served and those that have sacrificed. And my brothers and sisters out there in arms, we salute you. We appreciate you and everything that you have done and continue to do, right? Because the fight is never over. To the end, we'll holler at you. One.
Peace.